You can almost feel the buzzing that occurs in the locker room of the Kansas City Chiefs. This buzzing can be felt through the walls of Arrowhead Stadium. And this time, that buzz wasn't just another laugh after practice or a pre-game hype session. It was something much more serious. The situation was not the same. Something so shocking that even Andy Reid, the head coach, was momentarily unable to explain it. Without anyone noticing, Travis Kelce, who is the driving force behind the Chiefs' offense, made a move that nobody anticipated. In addition, Andy Reid's response has caused every Chiefs fan to be talking about it. Earlier in the week, after practice, everything started to happen. The players went through their routine drills while the reporters gathered around them and the cameras were rolling. He appeared to be very sharp. Everyone assumed that it was just another day inside the kingdom, in spite of the fact that the new rookies were making a concerted effort to impress. On the other hand, Kelce, as he frequently does, was concealing something behind that recognizable smile. Over the course of his career, he has surprised his fans by participating in charity events, having unpredictable podcast moments, and making unexpected appearances. However, this time, his choice was deeply personal and brought up a lot of feelings. There were rumors going around that Kelce had been making a significant choice regarding his future, which could have a significant impact on how he is perceived both on and off the field. These rumors were starting to spread. A great number of people believed that it was only about football, possibly a change in leadership or a new business venture. However, the subsequent information that was revealed stunned everyone, including Andy Reid himself. According to reports, Travis Kelce made a move that not only had the effect of redefining his role within the team, but also conveyed a powerful message about who he is as an individual. According to multiple sources within the organization, Kelce had been working on a new initiative in private. This initiative involves mentoring younger teammates, taking more control of the tone that is present in the locker room, and establishing a higher standard for how the Chiefs conduct their day-to-day operations. It was not about the number of touchdowns, the statistics, or even the Super Bowl rings. There was a focus on legacy, leaving behind something more significant. Something that endures beyond the confines of the field was Kelce's goal. The entire locker room was taken aback by Andy Reid's reaction when he found out what Kelce had planned. A media personality who was known for his calm and steady demeanor, and who frequently displayed a playful personality, Coach Reid was genuinely emotional. Reid paused, looked directly at Kelce, and simply said, "That's what leadership looks like." Players who were nearby said that Reid repeated the statement. There was complete silence in the room. The Moys nodded. A number of players applauded, and even some of the newly arrived players admitted that they experienced chills. The moment was not merely a moment for a pep talk. It was a moment that would define the chemistry of the team, as well as the direction they would take going into the new season. When you consider this, however, it becomes even more unbelievable. The discussion of leadership was not the only thing that Kelce presented. Right away, he put his words into action at the same time. Following practice, he reportedly spent a significant amount of time working one-on-one with younger tight ends, providing guidance not only on technique but also on how to deal with fame, pressure, and the mental aspect of being a professional athlete participant. Someone who was just starting out said that Kelce had told him, "The real game begins when the cameras stop rolling." When you reach that point, you make a decision about the kind of player and person you want to be. It should come as no surprise that the Chiefs' dynasty is heavily dependent on the high level of chemistry that exists between Mahomes, Kelce, and Reid. As of right now, however, fans are observing that Kelce is transitioning into a new kind of role, one that serves as the emotional anchor of the franchise. The most recent move made by Kelce appears to complete the triangle, with Mahomes already serving as the face of the National Football League and Andy Reid serving as the mastermind behind it all. Over time, he has evolved into more than just the guy who catches touchdown passes and dances in the end zone. He is evolving into the role of the team's mentor, motivator, and the beating heart of the group. As for Andy Reid, he couldn't be more pleased. Immediately after learning about Kelce's initiative, Reid reportedly convened a brief meeting of the team, according to sources. According to reports, he instructed the players, "When you play for the Kansas City Chiefs, you don't just play football, you build something." Travis is aware of that. As a result, he is unique in that regard. A roar of applause erupted from the players. There were even some individuals who stated that it was one of the most powerful moments they had experienced in the locker room since they had won the Super Bowl. Naturally, once the news became public, fans went absolutely crazy. Reactions, clips of Kelce at practice, quotes from players, and emotional comments from fans who have followed his journey from a fiery and unpredictable young player to one of the most respected leaders in the NFL flooded social media. Fans who have followed his journey have shared their thoughts and feelings. It was not because Kelce did something spectacular that Chiefs Nation was taken aback. Rather, it was because of how quietly powerful this move was on her part. That is the point to consider. Over the course of her life, Kelce has developed in a way that is directly visible to everyone, from the vivacious and outspoken star who used to draw flags for celebrating too much, to the humble and grounded leader who now commands respect from both seasoned players and newcomers alike. The transformation has been remarkable. Andy Reid has stated on numerous occasions that Kelce's development as a person is a reflection of the Chiefs' development as a team-oriented, disciplined, and unbreakable individual. However, the fact that this story is so significant to Reid on a personal level makes it even more compelling. Always keep in mind that Andy Reid has always been more than just a coach to the players he has instructed. Throughout his life, he has served as a father figure, a mentor, and even a counselor on occasion. The relationship that he shares with Kelce dates back many years. Reid was the one who, when Kaylee was having difficulty in the beginning stages of his career with maturity and focus, he was the one who believed in him and allowed him the space to develop without passing judgment. A source within the team described Reid's reaction as one of unadulterated pride. "I've watched that kid turn into a man right before my eyes," he reportedly said to the coaches after the practice. "The entire point of this game is to do that." That is a tremendous statement, especially coming from Reid, a man who has coached some of the best players in the history of football. It is also not a coincidence that this occurred at a time when speculation about Kelce's future was beginning to circulate. He is now 35 years old, and despite the fact that he is still performing at an exceptional level, there have been whispers of the possibility of him retiring. This most recent action, however, makes it abundantly clear that Kelce is not going anywhere in the near future. It appears that he is more invested than he has ever been. Moreover, Mahomes made a private comment in which he stated that he has never witnessed Kelce being more committed, more motivated, and more determined to leave a legacy that will endure in Kansas City. It's not enough to say that he's my teammate. It was reported that Mahomes made the following statement: "He's family, and you can tell that the rest of the team feels exactly the same way." According to reports, subsequent to Reid's reaction, the locker room transformed into something truly remarkable. There was a distinct energy in the air, a sense of pride, unity, and shared purpose, despite the fact that music was playing and players were laughing. According to the statement of one of the players, "When Coach Reid reacts like that, you know something real just happened. It is more significant than football." Moreover, this is the reason why this story strikes such a chord with the audience. Here is a story about heart, a player who's using his platform for something meaningful, and a coach who couldn't be more proud of him. In an era where controversies, contracts, and statistics frequently dominate the headlines, here is a story about heart. The Chiefs Nation is not only astonished, but they are also motivated. It is important to note, however, that this does not imply that Kelce is slowing down on the field. At the very least, this revitalized sense of purpose has the potential to make him even more dangerous during this season. He is said to have been more focused, quicker, and sharper than ever before, according to reports from camp. Andy Reid even made a joke about it in an interview, saying, "If that's what getting older looks like for Kelce, I'll take a whole team of 30-somethings." There is already a lot of speculation among fans about what this could mean for the upcoming season. Would it be possible that this is the beginning of the Chiefs' most cohesive and emotionally driven year to date? This is a widely held belief. In light of the fact that Mahomes is leading the charge, Reid is steering the ship, and Kelce is becoming the spiritual core of the team, this circumstance has the potential to be the recipe for another championship run. It is now common knowledge that Reid, Mahomes, and Kelce have a connection that is legendary. In addition, it is now abundantly clear that this is no longer solely about football, as evidenced by Kelce's most recent action and Reid's emotional response. Creating something that will be remembered for a very long time after the trophies have been forgotten is the goal. This is more than just another off-season story for individuals who are fans of the Chiefs. This provides a glimpse into the culture that distinguishes their team, which is predicated on the values of family, trust, and passion. And now, with Travis Kelce stepping into this new role and Andy Reid showing the world just how much that means, it is safe to say that the Chiefs are interested in more than just winning another Super Bowl. They are constructing a legacy that has the potential to define an era. And regardless of what occurs in the future, Chiefs Nation will always remember this moment. When Andy Reid's response to Travis Kelce's unbelievable move left the entire football world stunned and inspired, it was a moment that everyone in the sport felt.